Our session today is to cover MobileX for Sage 100, also known as MXS100. This allows you to view your Sage 100 data anytime, anywhere on a handheld device. The major USP for this product is that there is no Sage 100 user license required. This is a huge benefit for a company that have an accounts team that need full access to Sage 100 in order to perform their duties on a day-to-day basis, but you may well have people who are working on the road who it would make their lives a great deal more convenient if they could, for example, take a look at invoices against a company, payments, stock items that were purchased and current stock levels across warehouses. This information is drawn down to the handheld device using a product we have called Data Islands, which is a data handling app. There's a job run, the frequency for which can be dictated by the customer. That could be hourly or every 2 hours, which refreshes the app on the handheld device. So why it might be beneficial to invest in MXS100? As we've already mentioned, there's the accessibility side of it, somebody who's on the road or maybe in a different department in your company who doesn't need full access to Sage 100 but would benefit to being able to look at certain information on their mobile phone. It means there's greater collaboration across departments to be able to see what's actually happening with a customer. If you're in a customer service situation and you're front facing with a client and they, for example, want you to confirm their last order, you can do that through your handheld device. You don't have to call back to office. So overall, there's greater efficiency in terms of that lack of having to connect with somebody back at the office to confirm details. So you've got accessibility, a given with the mobile solution, improved collaboration across departments. You have the customer service where you're front facing and can answer a query with a customer by just checking on your phone, and the overall efficiency that comes with all of that. Features of MobileX for Sage 100. You can view your data on the handheld device. That would include overdue accounts. So on the screen here we have 4 overdue accounts. The drop down arrow will allow you to see a summary information of that. If you tap on the icon, you will be able to drill in and actually view all the details associated with American Business Futures. You can also have on your dashboard open orders and open quotes. So at a quick glance where things are for your company. You can also then view AR customer details, and within that you can see items purchased, payments made, any memos noted, touch points, which I will come back to. You can also look at invoices against the company, orders made, any contacts within the company. On the screen here you have American Business Futures, and these are touch points that we're looking at. So you can see that there was a phone call made out to the customer and there was an email received. By tapping on the green view email button, you will be able to see the details of that. So a lot of information available to you there. And then finally you could also look at stock levels, which is very powerful again if you want to see whether it's okay to place an order or what warehouse you need to order it from. All information held in Sage 100 but made available to view on your handheld device. You can also search your Sage 100 data, so you would do that using AR customers, AR customer contacts, AR customer orders, AP vendors, invoices, prospects. Again, an element of the CRM layer that I will come back to. You can search on email or phone, you can search on items, and on the screen here you have a visual of what that looks like in the app and how quick and easy it is to do that. So I am going to transfer over to the app now and we'll take a look at that. I'm rendering a mobile device on the screen. So as you can see, we're on the dashboard here. We have a view of the overdue accounts. You can also refresh that. It's saying it's been refreshed on today's date just a few minutes ago, but if you wish you could refresh that and see if there's any additional information available. So we've got 13 overdue accounts showing 10 at any one time. You have drop down arrow with summary information about it, but if you wish to drill in further you tap on the icon, and then I'm going to be into American Business Futures and viewing the details associated with that company. You can also search your Sage 100 data. I'm going to look for an AR customer. Typing in ALL, it's returning 3 results for me. So it could be Allen's Appliance or Breslin Parts, Gelco Packing that you wish to look at. Again, you have your drop down with summary information, or you can drill in using the icon here. So I can see Allen's Appliance Repair. It's remembering the last search and the results yielded. So I could, for example, take a look at Gelco Packing if I so wished. You can also search, as we mentioned, on all of these fields, but I'm just going to go on email or phone. Very convenient in that it could be a first name or it could be a domain name. I'm going to pop in Magella, and it's bringing me straight into American Business Futures because there's only one record in Sage 100 with that name, and it's against American Business Futures. You can also then search items from a stock perspective. I'm going to put in lamp, and it's yielding 4 responses for me. Again, I can look at a summary of that, the prices associated, the product line, the warehouse description, etc. Or I can delve into that by tapping on the icon, and I'm now looking at the art speciality bronze lamp, all the details associated with that, standard unit cost, etc. You can see here quantities. So it's telling me that there are 82 on hand at Central Warehouse, 15 at East Warehouse, 25 at West Warehouse. You can also then magnify the image so that you can examine the item in more detail to make sure that it is the one that you actually want. So a nice way to be able to look up stock levels, and it does remember your results, and you can click in and out if you want to go back and maybe that's not the right one and you actually wanted the walnut version. You can click on that, and there again make sure that you're choosing the right item, and you can see the stock levels that are available there. We'll go to AR customers here, and I'm going to go to American Business Futures. So within this I have the customer name, code, address, contact name, telephone number. The icon here denotes an external link, so I would be able to actually go out to Google Maps to see where that company is based. Beyond the front page of the details, you also have more sensitive data such as credit limits that might be there, and you can view that information. You can take a look at any orders that were placed. Same structure, you have the drop down with the summary, or you can tap on the icon to actually take a look at the order. Here we're looking at an order that they booked fluorescent light, and you can actually view the details around that. So if they've ordered one and they want to reorder, you'll be able to tell them actually East Warehouse is in negative values and Warehouse 000 has no stock on hand at the moment. So information you can give in the moment using your app. Going to go back to American Business Futures here. You can have a look at any invoices. Again, you have a drop down, or you can click into it to see more details around it. I'll come back to touch points. You have memos, so there's a note made here regarding credit checking that somebody may want to review or be aware of when they're talking to the client. You have a list of payments, itemizing the payments made, the people in the company, and you could delve into that if you so wish. And then you have an items purchased report. So here's a list of everything that they've ordered, so you can have a look at the executive desk on some that they ordered 4 of them and when they last ordered it. Popping back to our PowerPoint, Sage 100 doesn't have any facility to record or log information such as emails sent, emails received, or phone calls made. So with MX S100 we've actually added a CRM layer, and within that you can do various things. So we talk about touch points, and that's where you might log, for example, call notes. So on the screen, if we're looking at American Concrete, you have this little phone icon, and that's allowing you to fill in details regarding a call, or it could be a message. In that scenario, when you're logging a text message or a WhatsApp message being sent, once you've dictated the details into the message, you can either choose SMS or WhatsApp. It will file it on the additional CRM layer, which is stored in the cloud, and then it will send the message according to which application you choose. Then you also have the ability to create new prospects. So if you have somebody on the road and they make a new contact, they might want to record the prospect. They can fill all the details in here and search those afterwards. Anyone that's using MXS 100 and also our Outlook integration will be able to view all of these touch point information. Finally, then you can also file emails. So first thing you would have to do is establish a connections. In order to establish it, you click on the bottom right hand corner, which opens a Microsoft sign-in screen, and you fill in your details there, and then you've established the connection. You then have to file emails in context. So when you click on an email here, you're saying, this is the email that I want to file, X out of it, and the app knows that that's the email it wants to file it, and it will file it in the context that you're in. You can also search your 100 data. So if you open up your emails again, there's a little icon here that allows you to search the Sage 100 data. So from that you can search on this email, for example, magella@crmtogether.com, and it will actually open up that record within Sage 100. So we'll pop out into the app again and take a look at that. So we're looking at American Business Futures here. So if we want to look at what the touch points are, tap on it. There was an email in, the details inquiry regarding order status. You can view the entire email by opening it up and then Xing out of it when you've read it. If you want to save other emails, you open up your email. To view an email, you would use the icon on the left here. But if I want to just literally give it context, tapping on it is going to tell me the app that that's what I want to save. So it's going to take the context of the email that I highlighted and save it for me against American Business Futures. You can also then record a conversation. So if you have a phone out, so you can record the details that you need to, and then file save. We're going to say it was a phone out. Tap save, and that's going to input that for you. Similarly, again, if you're on the log in a phone conversation, you can denote that it's a message. You would type the text that you need here, and then when you click on the send button, it opens up to give you an option of SMS or WhatsApp. I'm rendering on mobile phones, so I'm not going to go through with that, but that will actually open up the application for you and file it as a touch point within MX S100, also visible with the accelerator. So if I take a fresh look at the touch points for American, I just click away from it back, you'll see that they're there. This is the original one that we looked in. I saved an additional email. You can view the email there, and we also filed phone out. So you can look at that. Call made to client, happy to proceed with an order at the end of the month. So as you can imagine, those touch points are quite invaluable for all of your team to be able to see that somebody spoke and who it was. So in this case, I'm logged in as Magella, so they can see who made the call, what the subject was, and the details around that. You also have a plus button at any point if you wanted to create a new prospect. You're out on a call with somebody, you make a new contact and you want to make a record of that. You type in all the information here, or you can use the facility of your phone to dictate that if you so wish and save it. And then of course you can search on the prospects through the home screen if you need to do that. If you were tapping on an email here and you search on it, if the record doesn't exist in Sage 100, it will also present a new prospect screen to you. So you might receive a new order from a customer that doesn't exist in Sage 100, and you can decide thereafter with your manager whether that should be escalated to the accounts team to actually create a record, whatever the process is within your own company. So overall benefits of MobileX for Sage 100. You don't have to purchase a Sage 100 user license from Sage to be able to view this data. You just need a license for MobileX for Sage 100. Obviously, the benefit hugely of having access to all of that information on your handheld device without having to call back to base, and it's updated as regularly as you need it to be using the Data Islands data handling tool that we have. And then finally, that third CRM layer, it's been put in there to aid business growth and just to help with that 360-degree view of customers. And again, all users of MX S100 will be able to view that data, and equally if they're using our second product accelerator for Sage 100, they will have access to that. So I've mentioned it a few times, but just to clarify, accelerator for Sage 100, ACS 100, is an Outlook integration. It's the similar layout of the app, except for it's taking context from emails. So in this scenario, it's an email from RT Johnson at American Business Futures. It's established the context based upon that email. And all of the touch points, if any, are saved against American Business Futures by somebody using MobileX for Sage 100, will also have it visible here in their Outlook integration, and vice versa. If you'd like to place an order, please contact your Sage business partner, or you can visit our website on crmtogether.com/quote-order. So just to recap, today we covered MobileX for Sage 100, also known as MX S100, and the website, if you want more details, is crmtogether.com/products-sage-100-mobile. Thank you for your time.